Ask any nerd, any real nerd. It doesn't matter if the Nerdthusiast Podcast wins by an inch or a mile. Winning's winning. Welcome to the Nerdthusiast Podcast. I am your co-host, Richard Eiley, here with my co-host, Matthew Morosi.
I don't know what to say, but it's Christmas, and we're all in misery.
What is that from?
Christmas Vacation.
Okay, very cool. Awesome. I need to rewatch that movie. I haven't seen it.
Movie's
Dude,
fantastic.
you just came
Bless you.
fresh off the bat with that movie.
Just watched it last night.
I'm excited to talk about it.
We'll talk about it.
Very cool. Welcome, guys, to another episode of the Nerdthusiast Podcast. It's good to have you in with us. We are post-Game Awards. We are pre The Rise of Skywalker. How do you feel, Matt, right now?
I was nervous. I'm going through all the motions. So first I was nervous.
Yeah.
I saw some interesting things. You told me about the Rotten Tomatoes score.
Oh, yeah.
I've seen postings from people online and stuff. Not any spoilers or anything.
Yeah.
But it's just like everybody's kind of meh.
That's the thing I hate about, like, you know, things happening too early or like people getting to see things ahead of everyone else.
It's kind of annoying.
It's kind of fucking, you know,
I'd rather
you're going in
nothing,
with like thoughts. It's annoying. That's, you know, neither here nor there. Today we're going to be talking about Game Awards primarily, right?
Mostly.
So we're going to talk about we did some winning and losing predictions. We're going to go through that, see who comes out the victor on that. I'm excited for that.
We came up with a punishment for it.
We came up with the punishment. Someone's going to have to play a game, not of their choosing, of the other person's choosing. The winner's choosing.
Right. Whoever
wins
gets to make the loser play a
Yeah.
game for how many hours?
3
hours.
I tried to get Matt to go to 5, but he's scared. Also, Matt knows the winner.
I do know the winner.
I don't.
I had to put a whole document together.
So-
That's on there. It was necessary.
I'm
Otherwise, we'd
assuming-
be sitting here like, let me see what you wrote. and
I'm
that would be fun.
assuming he doesn't want me to know the winner. Or he doesn't want to go to 5 hours because he probably lost. But we'll see. We'll see. I don't know either. I definitely don't know. So we'll be talking about that. We're going to go over announcements from the Game Awards. I assume that's going to take up the majority of the podcast.
For sure.
We might talk about difficulty settings in
Maybe.
games, possibly.
If we have time.
There's time. I feel like we're going to go a little bit over, but we will see.
We got to go watch a Star Wars, so we're going to see how long this takes.
Yeah, we can't go too long. We probably can go an hour max, and then we'll have to split up and watch our Star Wars. But before we can do anything, Matt, so you think you're Gen X?
Indeed.
The last one of the season. Oh, by the way, we need to do some housekeeping. This is the last Nerdthusiast gaming podcast of the year.
For 2019.
For 2019, we're going to be back January 8th is when we record, so we'll be back January 9th for you. We're just taking a break for the holidays. Going to enjoy New Year. Going to enjoy Christmas.
Yeah, not have to worry about trying to throw all this together as quickly as we can throughout
Exactly.
the holidays. Family's going to be around, so it's just easier for us to take 2 weeks off and maybe 3. And we'll see you on January 8th.
Yeah, we're
except
excited.
for the Star Wars podcast.
Yeah, which should come out pretty like a day after this one. Where we're going to talk about The Rise of Skywalker, which we're watching tonight.
Poop out 2 presents to you right away.
Exactly. So hopefully that'll hold you over for the holidays. But we look forward to seeing you when we get back. But so you think you're Gen X, Matt? Are you ready?
I am.
What is so you think you're Gen X, Matt? This is the last one of the season. You're at 2 points total, 2 half points as well, and a quarter point in the mix. Those don't mean anything, of course. But describe to me what Gen X is. So you think you're Gen X?
What the game is?
What this segment is. Yeah, it's the last one. I want to give people like a full...
Basically, Richard gives me lyrics. He doesn't sing the lyrics because that would actually be much easier.
Yeah.
He just like reads the lyrics from a song from any time before the year 2007.
Yes. And you try and guess the song. But why do we do it, Matt?
Because I'm considering myself a Gen Xer over being a millennial, because I'm on the fringe. Like, if you look at people categorize me as a millennial, I'm at the very top of that chart.
You're like at the very last year, right? You're right there on the Gen X.
So I'm on the cusp of being a Gen Xer and a millennial.
Yeah, and we figured out this perfect game that is flawless and very accurately decides whether or not you are Gen X.
Sure, it's scientific proof.
Let's throw it all out the window and say this is it. I found the most Gen X song for you, and if you can get this one. It feels very Gen X. I think it's a very Gen X song.
I feel like I've been fucking bamboozled
I've
the
been
last
swindling
2 times.
you. I've been swindling you quite a bit. I've been throwing Ella Fitzgerald. I've been doing just crazy, ridiculous hits that you've never heard of. You should have got Tracy Chapman Fast Car, but that's fine.
Sure.
All right. You ready?
Yes.
If you can play on the fiddle, How's about a British jig and reel? Speaking King's English in quotation, as railhead towns feel the steel mills rust. Water froze in the generation, clear as winter ice. This is your paradise. There ain't no need for ya. There ain't no need for ya. The next line is the name of the song, Matt. So I think I'm going to skip it to the next part.
Go ahead.
Okay. Want to join in a chorus of the American blues when it's Christmas out in Ho Chi Minh City? Kitty say, Papa, 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 Papa San, take me home. See me got. Photograph of you and Mama, Mama, Mama San.
What the fuck? Is this from America?
Wait, hold on. Of you and Mama, Mama, Mama San, let me tell you about your blood, Bamboo Kid. It ain't Coca-Cola, it's rice. I thought that last one was going to give it to you. I thought you'd get it on that last line.
Okay. Let's start thinking about this logically.
Oh, man.
Because I don't even know where to begin with this.
Okay.
It's obviously he's mentioning like things from like, Asia or China or something like that.
Yeah. I'm not smart enough to understand the meaning of the song. I know it's got very deep meanings. This is a very deep band, generally. They have a lot to say. I believe they are from London. Let's see.
Read it back to me again.
All right. From the top?
Yeah.
If you can play on the fiddle, how's about a British jig and reel? Speaking King's English in quotation, as railhead towns feel the steel mills rust. Water froze in the generation, clear as winter ice. This is your paradise. There ain't no need for ya. There ain't no need for ya. Go straight to hell, boys. Go straight to hell, boys.
So if it's, the London thing probably helps a lot.
Okay.
I feel like it's probably the Sex Pistols.
Okay. I kind of see where your brain is with that. It's a very Gen X answer.
I don't know this. I'm going to say Sex Pistols.
Okay. It's The Clash.
Fuck!
Straight to hell.
Oh, I was getting on that path, man.
You were getting there. Yeah.
What's the fucking song?
Straight to hell. Straight to hell, boy. Straight. The thing is,
I don't know, I have to hear it, man.
Here's the difficult thing with me picking The Clash. I never fucking understand what he's saying.
Yeah, I don't either.
You know, I know.
I barely understand that.
You really need the music a lot.
They have like that one song that's like you still hear around today, and that's pretty much like the only Clash song you hear. I'm not saying they're a bad band or anything, but like you're right. I don't really understand what the fuck he's saying.
Yeah, it's hard to like pick out his lyrics. All right, Matt, that leaves you with 2 full points, 2 half points, and 1 quarter point for this year of So You Think You're Gen X.
Disappointing.
Maybe next year we'll do movies. I'll do quotes from movies, and you have to guess those movies.
Oh, yeah, because I've seen a lot of fucking movies. I haven't even watched Terminator 2.
I haven't seen that either.
We should watch it.
Neither of us.
I've watched the first one. It was good. It was great.
I've seen the first Terminator. Yeah.
Very weird.
Terminator 2.
We both watched Terminator 1
and
not 2.
That is very. That
supposed
doesn't
to be
make any
like
sense.
the better one.
Terminator 2, I know, has that shot of him with like on the motorcycle, and he does that thing with the motors, like the shotgun
around.
with the shotgun on the motorcycle. Very cool shot.
Oh yeah,
I know that shot. That's all I know about Terminator 2.
Fucking awesome looking.
Does he have a kid with him the whole time?
Something like that.
It doesn't matter because the best line in all of Terminator, in any Terminator movie, is "Give me your boots, your jacket, and your jeans, and your bike." It's a good one. It's a good line.
That's a good one.
Give me your shirt, your beer, your glasses. Give me your books, your bookshelf. I love it. It's good.
It's not a tumor.
It's not tumor. It's not tumor.
I went through a period of my life when I was a child. I watched Kindergarten Cop like every night for like a week. I think my dad wanted to shoot himself in the head. I was like obsessed with Kindergarten Cop for some reason. I don't know why.
Like, I'm over this.
I can't explain it. And he like laughed the first time we watched it.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
And then after like the 10th time, he's like,
why can we stop watching this film, Matt?
Same thing happened with Plane, Trains, and Automobiles.
I was
like a little kid, but I watched that movie
really good movie
constantly.
Phenomenal film.
Fucking great
Love
film.
Steve Martin. All right, so Game Awards. Let's go over these winners. Let's see.
All right, so I got my doc right here. Oh, did I close the wrong one? Nope. Nice. No, we're good.
All right.
So let's start. We had 20 questions. I realized this later. I don't know if we were numbering them on our last podcast, but we had 21, but I skipped, like, a number got deleted somewhere. So it was actually only 20 questions. I went back to confirm this, and I fixed it.
It's possible that we tied.
No.
Oh.
I just added. Wait. I fixed the numbers. So the numbering was off on the first one. Like, there was no number 10.
Okay.
There was a 9 and an 11 and so on and so forth.
But there's 20 questions here?
There's 20 questions.
That means we could be tied. We could have gotten.
Oh, we can. Oh, see, because they're an even number.
Yeah. But
we could be tied no matter what. There could be 2 and we could be tied. There could be 3 and we could be tied. If we answered the same question each time. To be fair.
You're right.
Just using math.
Yeah, I forgot that it's not the other. I forgot we can both pick the same game. Oops. All right, what do we got?
So we'll go through these kind of quick. I'm not going to go through all the possibilities. I'm just going to go through the winner and then what we picked.
Yeah, I like that.
Just to see who lost.
Yeah, we got a lot of game awards announcements to talk about, so yeah.
So we started off strong. I will tell you guys that.
Yeah.
First game, Beat Saber, was the winner for VR/AR game.
Okay, we both
picked Beat Saber.
I feel like we picked a lot of the same ones.
We did. We picked quite a few of the same. There are some differences, and that will determine a winner for sure.
I'm excited.
Strategy game. The winner, Fire Emblem 3 Houses. Matt said Fire Emblem. Richard said Fire Emblem.
Nice.
So same score.
Okay.
2-2. Sports racing game.
Yes.
Was CTR, Crash Team Racing.
Weird.
We both happened to say CTR, which I don't even remember doing, but I'm glad that I did.
We were just like, I don't know, whatever. CTR. There's no good sports racing games.
There was no like standout sports game this year that everybody was talking about.
Also, sports and racing being in the same category is so stupid. We talked about that.
It's kind of weird. Already, though. There's even when you get into like right before game of the year, there's like action game and then there's action/adventure game.
Yeah.
Like that whole. Those categories are all fucked up.
Yeah, that's stupid.
Which you can go back and watch.
We had a whole discussion about just how frustrated we were with the genres.
They need to fix that shit. Next year.
Who won racing though?
CTR did.
Okay, cool. So we're doing great so far.
We are 100%.
Okay.
Until now.
No. Okay. Comes to an end now.
Fourth question was sports. Oh no, sorry. Fourth question was score and music. We both got this wrong.
We picked like DMC5, right?
I picked DMC5. Yeah. You picked Kingdom Hearts. The winner was Death Stranding. I just thought that because they had the bigger bands that wouldn't have happened. But that totally happened.
I thought because it was all licensed music.
It happened.
You know what it is though? It's like now that I played more of it, it's a bunch of music that they like these big bands created for the game. So in that way, yeah, maybe
it makes sense.
Yeah, I guess so. I've only played a little while of Death Stranding, and that was definitely one of the better things was the music is
when it
great.
Did kick in because it was quiet a lot of the time.
The music is pretty great, and and maybe like in later like portions of the game when you're doing like crazy story stuff, like there's some crazy score and stuff. So we'll see.
For sure.
Yeah.
So that was number 4. So we both have 3 points.
Oh, so we're both even though.
We're still even because we both got that wrong.
Nothing has changed.
Number 5.
Okay.
Role-playing game.
Yeah.
The winner was Disco Elysium. We both said Outer Worlds, and we both were wrong.
We both were wrong. So still even. Dude, I need to play Disco Elysium.
I heard nothing but great. It is not a game for me, and I will never play it.
Yeah.
But I think you would love it.
Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it.
The next one was performance, and this is where the trails started to separate.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I said Laura Bailey for Gears 5. You said Mads Mikkelsen for Death Stranding. You were correct.
Oh.
Mads Mikkelsen.
The guy who played Casper Darling in Control, shafted. That guy was the best performance of 2019 by far. Shafted.
I think Control just got overlooked a lot, and there was 2 games. One we just mentioned, The Outer Worlds, and the other was Control.
They both got shafted.
That, like, I don't know if they got anything at the Game Awards. I don't remember either of them. Outer Worlds was on all these categories, and I picked Outer Worlds a lot.
Oh, no.
And they didn't win shit.
Oh no.
And Control, I might have gotten like 1 award.
If it gets 1, I'll be happy. I should have got Game of the Year, but
I think Control got 1.
Okay.
For something.
I'm excited to see what it is.
So that was performance. So you're up 1 point.
So that was best. Okay, got it.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop at this point counting numbers. You're just up a point.
I'm up by 1. Okay, I like that. Yeah, we don't need to have the final scores, just the tally.
For sure. Ongoing game is number 7. Okay. The winner, Fortnite.
Yeah. And we both picked Fortnite, right?
We both picked Fortnite.
Yeah. I knew I was gonna get it because of that Chapter 2.
Right, I did too.
Like people were blown away
because they turned the game off and they lost a bunch of money. Like that made them win.
Yeah.
Whether they deserved it or not, to each his own.
What was the other people in the category? Do you have it? Out of curiosity, if you don't, it's not a big deal.
I do.
Okay.
What was that? Number 7?
I think so.
Yeah, ongoing Apex Legends, Destiny 2, Final Fantasy 14, Fortnite, and Rainbow Six.
Man, 14 not getting that.
I knew you were gonna say
fucking shit. I knew there was something there that should have definitely got it instead of Fortnite.
And I hear the same thing about Final Fantasy from other people, not just you. So
how do you have your best expansion ever, and like you?
So that was some people's game of the year. That expansion was supposedly so good.
I respect anyone who made that decision because it is one of the best games I played this year. Fuck man, that might be my goatee.
So you're up 1 now.
Okay.
Well, from the other one. You're still up 1.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
We're still Richard's up 1.
We're on to narrative.
Okay.
The winner, Disco Elysium.
Man.
Matt said, again, my punishment.
Outer Worlds.
Outer Worlds.
So cocky of you to say that, not having played the game.
Fucking A.
What did I say?
You said Plague Tale.
That was me voting with my heart. That was me saying they should pick this.
A lot of people probably. I think if they actually released the numbers and showed you guys like what
Plague Tale would have been close.
Plague Tale was probably number 2.
Yeah, dude, that game was fucking.
And Outer Worlds was probably number 3.
Yeah,
that's probably.
Dang, Disco Elysium, huh?
Disco Elysium cleaned up at the Game
Awards.
Pick this. They won 4 Game Awards.
It's so weird because I figured that it being PC only would mean like a lot of industry people or just a lot of people wouldn't play it because people just like to play on consoles. But I guess industry people play PC games.
Well, that game's getting so much recognition, and I'm sure they sold past their expectations. I guarantee you that's coming to consoles sooner than later.
Okay.
I'd bet money in the next 6 months to a year that'll be on every console.
Yeah. Oh yeah. 100%. Like after this, for it to like get this much publicity from the Game Awards. Yeah.
For sure.
It will. Yeah. Someone's gonna pick it up.
Next we got number 9, multiplayer game. Yep. The winner, Apex Legends.
Cool.
Between me and you, both lost.
Oh, what did I pick?
I picked Borderlands. We don't even remember. I picked Borderlands 3. You picked Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
You said Apex Legends. I'm like, oh, I won. Cool.
I thought you did too, but I think you switched it to Call of Duty.
Yeah, I was probably being cynical. So we're still even.
I'm surprised I didn't pick Call of Duty because I love Call of Duty, but I was trying to be like thinking about the people who were voting and not myself. And I feel like Borderlands was such a big thing when it came out for such a period of time, for like a month or so. And then something else came out, and of course, people stopped talking about Borderlands.
Damn. Call of Duty. Should have trusted it. So I'm still up by 1?
Yeah, you're still up by 1.
All right.
We both lost that category.
We're like hitting the halfway mark, too.
Number 10.
Okay.
Independent game. Winner, Disco Elysium.
Yep, okay. Yeah, that makes sense.
I said Disco Elysium.
Oh, nice.
You said Outer Wilds.
Yeah.
So now we're back to being even.
Oh, shit.
Number 11, Games for Impact. The winner, Gree or Grease, depending on who you speak to. Mm-hmm. I said Gree or Grease.
Oh, it's Grease.
You said Kind Words.
Kind Words?
Yes.
I don't even know why the fuck. I don't even remember that.
You looked at a video before we recorded.
So I'm losing.
You're down by 1 right now.
Oh, no.
So you're down by 1.
Did you trick me? Did you trick me into thinking that you lost when I really lost?
You're down by 1. You're down by 1.
Shit.
Number 12. You're only down by 1. There's 20 of them.
I'm freaking out.
Number 12, Game Direction. The winner, Death Stranding. Of course, this is Kojima's. Yes. We both said Death Stranding.
We knew this was Kojima bait.
Of course, he was gonna win that. Like I said, the one thing Death Stranding would win would be that.
Direction. He's a director. He's the most director in all the gaming industry. So,
and I think that's literally the only thing they won was Best Direction, which makes sense.
Good for him. At least he got something
for sure. Fresh indie game winner, Disco Elysium.
Nice.
Matt said Disco Elysium.
Nice.
Richard said Outer Wilds.
Ooh, I'm falling behind.
So he's down 2.
Oh no.
We're on to number 14, fighting game.
Bitch, you fucking tricked me.
You picked 3 hours, just to be fair.
No.
We're not over yet.
All
There's
right.
still 6 questions. Fighting game, winner, Super Smash Brothers.
Nice.
Richard says Super Smash Brothers.
Oh, God. What did you pick?
Matt said Super Smash Brothers.
Okay.
Family game of the year.
Yeah.
Winner, Luigi's Mansion 3.
Okay.
Matt said Super Smash Brothers.
What did I say?
Richard said Mario Maker 2. Oh. So that was number 15.
We're number 15. I'm
and
still
you're down by 2.
Oh, no.
Number 16, audio design.
Okay.
We both said... No, we separated on this too. I'm sorry. The winner,
okay,
Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
Matt said Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Oh, no.
Richard said Control.
Oh, no.
Richard's down by 3.
Oh, no. And there's how many questions
17 left? Is what we're on right now. 17, 18, 19, 20. You got 4 questions.
Okay.
You got to win all of them.
To win.
And I have to get all of them wrong. There can be no ties.
Okay.
The next one was art direction. The game that won was Control.
Control, I knew this actually.
We both said Gree.
Okay, I lost. Fuck you, Matt. You tricked me. You can't fucking trick me and then...
You didn't pick 5 hours, you picked 3. You should be thanking me right now. And you don't even know what game I picked yet.
Better be good.
Number 18.
I was going to have you play Bloodborne and change your life forever. You'd be an actual gamer after I was done with you.
Oh, fuck. I would have killed myself probably.
Let's bang through these last ones. What were they?
I would have been more accepting of Bloodborne than I would have like Dark Souls.
Yeah, Bloodborne's the best one. I think it's the best Souls game, yeah.
I would have been more willing to give that a chance. And I actually have that game already, so that would have been another
thing. Exactly. So that'd be a plus all around. I'd let you borrow it.
It's on PlayStation Plus. We're good.
Oh, okay. That's true. Cool.
Number 17 was... Oh, no, we said 17. Okay. That was the last one
18.
18 is action-adventure game.
Mm-hmm. So you're up by how much right now?
I'm up by 3.
Okay, cool.
The action-adventure game winner? Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice. Richard said... Sekiro, Shadows Die Twice.
Okay, cool.
So now you're down by 2. Yeah. I said Resident Evil 2. I was wrong.
Nice.
So you're down by 2.
That feels good.
Number 19 was action game.
Yep.
Winner, Devil May Cry 5. We both said Devil May Cry 5. Okay. Game of the year. Both were wrong. Winner was Sekiro.
Yeah.
I said, again, the thing that hurt me the most, Outer Worlds. Jesus Christ.
What did I say?
Resident Evil 2.
Okay. I believed in hope.
Resident Evil 2 was my second choice, by the way. I would not have guessed Sekiro would have been Game of the Year.
Sekiro cleaning up a bit in terms of Game of the Year awards. I guess that makes sense. Like, it is the most... I don't know. I had a lot of issues with that game personally. I thought, like...
I didn't play it, so I can't judge it too much.
For sure.
It was definitely like 3rd or 4th on my list of guesses.
Yeah, for sure. You didn't see it coming. It's a very technically competent game, and I think the things it brings to the gaming industry are super positive. Like, I think they tweaked the Souls combat enough to make it more interesting than it has been. I think it's been getting stale over the years. So I think adding a jump button, adding the ability to jump over enemies, the grappling hook, just having more traversal options, which is something they never give you in a, like, wall jumping. You can do that in this game too. Giving you all these like tools are really great, but fuck, that game is the hardest Soulsborne game I've played.
No interest.
It's
0.
It's good. It's a good game though. It's a good game. I would not have given it my game of the year just because of how much it frustrated me, because I felt like that game like tells you to be aggressive, play aggressively, and then tells you like to parry things. And then like I felt like at certain points in that game, I was parrying things and it just wasn't enough to protect me and my posture. And it just, I don't know.
That's kind of how I felt about Star Wars, at least in the beginning.
Yeah.
I finally think I learned how to parry in that game, which I'll get into later, but fuck, Jesus Christ.
All right, Matt, we have some news roundup to go through.
We got some important news to kick it off with before we go into the news from the Game Awards.
Let's give context to everybody. Game Awards, some big announcements came out.
We're going to run through them.
Probably one of the biggest announcements.
Of course. We have something more important than that.
Absolutely. I mean, to give full context, that's what happened this last week. Game Awards, a lot of announcements happened this week. So, new game announcements, new console announcements, which brings us to our next segment, or first headline. Which is that, Matt?
Puma releases gaming socks.
Yeah, that's right.
/ sneakers, I guess. But they're really socks.
Some beautiful looking sneaker socks, I think. Can you tell me about these Puma gaming shoes?
So I got this report from IGN.
Yeah.
Joseph Noop.
Thank you, Joseph Noop.
Wrote up the article.
Mm-hmm.
Puma, purveyor of all sorts of sports gaming and clothing, sports goods and clothing, is finally cracking the most physically taxing activity of all time: video gaming. Puma has... I can't even read this.
Tell me about these shoes. I just want to know.
They're $160 in Australia. They're $100 in America. They're 80 pounds in the UK.
So Puma's making shoes for gamers. They're
not technically... They're like a hybrid of sock and shoe.
That's a shoe. That's a shoe right there, what you're looking at. That's a shoe. That's like the new shoes. That's how they look
Richard,
now.
let me ask you a question.
What?
How often are you getting up and running in the middle of a video game? Or moving around in general?
Sometimes I have to take a really disgusting shit because I'm a disgusting gamer who eats really unhealthy food like Doritos and Mountain Dew. So sometimes I have to run to the toilet, Matt.
That sounds good to me.
So, a good pair of shoes that, are going to support my arches. I can need them. I can see myself using them.
This is absurd.
Why? Does it have anything for like fat people? Like, is there like a counterweight? Like if you're read these, like
what is this?
Read it from here. What makes the active? Hey Matt. No, do you want to? I'll take it. I'll read it.
Puma's official product page describes the socks as designed for indoor and in-arena use.
So it's esports.
Sure.
Yeah, if you're an esports.
Sure.
Yep.
Maybe you got to run across that stadium to take a dump.
To take a dump or to give your teammate a high five.
It delivers seamless comfort, support, and grip, so gamers can adapt to different active gaming modes.
Yeah. Different active gaming modes. So, as a gamer, I have different active gaming modes that I get into. And can we go over the modes that you'll be dealing with, perhaps?
Medial wrap up.
So this the article they're telling us what kind of wraps it does around your foot to help you in different gaming modes. And so we have a medial wrap up
for seek mode
when you're in seek mode as a gamer. What are the other ones?
Sneaking, I guess.
What else we got there?
Lateral wrap up support in attack mode.
Attack mode's important.
Heel wrap up stability in cruise and defense mode.
Absolutely. So let's try and make sense of this. Seek mode. We have a seek mode, attack mode, cruise, and defense mode. Those are 4 different modes that gamers go into. What can you give me a game or like a gaming moment you were enjoying where you're like, I'm in seek mode right now? Is that like when you're playing Call of Duty and you're looking for enemies?
Yeah, that's probably pretty good. You're looking for enemies. You're maybe crawling ADS to the trenches.
Okay, so medial wrap. What is your medial wrap on a foot? What would you say?
So medial wrap is some light support, maybe just a light wrap around your.
Where would you say on the shoe?
Some light
right
wrap
around
there.
Here.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just so when you're moving fast and you're attacking, your shoe's not slipping.
So if I'm in seek mode, I'm kind of hunched over, like I'm looking right.
Right.
So I'm seeking.
Kind of creeping a little bit.
Yeah. Maybe I'm on my toes a little bit.
Maybe you're to catch a predator.
Yeah. Exactly. So I'm on my toes. I'm on my toes, right, Matt? And I'm on my toes, and I think when you're on your toes, you kind of push up here.
Right.
And I guess it would make sense that you need a medial wrap right here, right? If you're pushing up on that, then you don't want to fall too far into the shoe.
The wrap is probably around the toe and providing more support here. It's probably around the toe and up here.
Okay, so you're pushing in, so the medial wrap makes sense there.
Well, the medial wrap, yeah. Sure.
Okay, so the seek mode, I get it. You need medial wrap there. What's the next one?
Lateral wrap is for attack mode.
Attack mode. Okay, what's lateral?
I don't think that's going to touch your toes at all. I think that's strictly
on the bottom? Lateral.
Yeah.
I thought a lateral pass is from side to side.
It is from side to side. So maybe it's
it's purely
around, just around here.
Right here?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, a lateral wrap. Can you show me the picture of the shoe again and see if we can see that lateral wrap? Perhaps?
Maybe this thing here.
That could be on the near the base of the.
Oh, you know what? The lateral wrap is probably just all of this whole shebang.
Yeah.
Which is it's like the sock part of the shoe.
And you need that in attack mode, a lateral wrap.
Right. So that lateral wrap is allowing you to move frequently. There's probably some good airflow.
Okay.
When you're moving quickly to attack.
I'll leave this shoe off. I might use it again. So.
And then finally, there's the heel wrap.
Yeah.
For stability. Which makes sense. You got your, support on your heel.
Yeah,
the wraps around the
when
heel.
When you're in cruise or defense mode, you're sitting back. Your shoe is up on the bed or, just down here on the floor. That's when you're in cruise mode. You're playing a Euro Truck Simulator or Elite Dangerous doing some space mining. That makes sense. The shoe on. I'll get it on later. It's fine.
So if you too have $100 to spare, you can get yourself some gaming shoes from Puma.
No, Matt, I'm not done with this. I don't think what's attack mode? Because that doesn't make any sense. What does your foot do when you're in attack mode?
We're on defense mode.
I know.
That was the heel thing.
And that makes sense. So that would make sense. Medial wrap for seek mode. You have
the attack
on your
mode,
toes.
Look, it's for airflow, man. This is the whole sock part of the shoe.
Okay.
It's basically the entirety of the shoe, more or less.
Oh, so are they saying
thing?
Okay, the whole shoe. So Matt's
so there's a sole that has this is the front part, right? This part here,
yeah,
is for
So,
what the fuck was the first thing called?
On the lateral movement. What are you
the lateral
about?
movement. That's the first part here.
Okay, yeah.
The heel is this whole section
here.
here.
Oh, no. Okay, I see. Yeah.
And then this whole area.
The first one is medial. So you're talking about that medial.
This is the medial. Or no, this is the medial.
That's the medial, and this is the lateral. So the lateral is the whole, like, shoe.
Whole wrap.
That makes a lot of sense because you're gonna be moving a lot around in attack mode.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I would pay $100 for this.
I would love to see you pay $100 for it.
Maybe it'll be the stakes for something. Taking both these shoes off, it's the problem.
Yeah, so the loser will have to buy the winner another pair of
I love that idea.
Gaming socks.
All right. What else do we need to say about this? Is there anything we missed?
There's nothing else. There's nothing else to say.
I like that the fucking new Xbox was shown, and we led with Puma's stupid gaming shoes.
We needed this to get out to the audience. So when you guys are sitting at home wondering how you can up your game, Puma's gaming shoes.
Puma's gaming shoes. Puma, if you want to sponsor us, I'm all about it. I know that I had Adidas on today, which you saw, and they're kind of your competitor. I do own a pair of Pumas. I like them more. They're more comfortable. So
I have a very nice Puma shirt that will pair nicely.
Yeah.
With a pair of Puma gaming shoes.
I will wear my Puma gaming shoes wherever you want. Puma.
See, that's the thing. We're willing to sell out like right away.
Yeah,
we're not
100%.
trying to like cover this up.
So please.
So
Puma, hit us up. Thank you. All right, so let's actually get into the Game Awards announcements. Start with the biggest thing, the Xbox Series X.
Boom. Heavy hitter.
So
that was the biggest thing for sure.
Yeah, I think so. This is the first we've seen of a new, of this, 9th generation consoles?
I don't know about generational numbers because that gets kind of dicey sometimes, but I'm not sure about the generational numbers.
First of this new generation consoles.
There you go.
And it looks, where should we start? With discussing this reveal, because in terms of games we didn't really see much.
Here's where I want to start.
Okay,
was this a good time to announce it?
Okay,
that's my question.
Okay, you want to start with that?
Yes.
Not with that name. I won't get into that. I think
we need to discuss that further too because they clarified on it. Do you know about the clarification?
We will talk about that for sure. A good time to announce the new Xbox. If you're showing your new console, I think a lot of people are. How many people watch the Game Awards?
I know the answer to this. This is why I asked you this question.
Okay, go ahead. Tell me.
This was extremely strategic on their part. I think it was fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
45.2 million people watched the Game Awards.
Whoa, really?
Because they put it on like every platform. You can watch on like Twitch, you can watch on like all these sorts of things.
Whatever.
Right.
Yeah, it's
45.2 million people got to watch that. And that's not including, Microsoft released a video of that by itself. That's not even including that.
Yeah, for sure. This is a great place to announce it and show it off. I don't know if it was a good showing off of this console.
It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
They waved the flag to tell everybody who wasn't paying attention before, there is a new Xbox this year. 45.2 million people.
Not this year, next year.
Well, 22, whatever.
Yeah,
sure.
For sure.
Next year.
Okay.
45.2 million people already know there's a new Xbox next year.
Do they know it's a new Xbox? Were they clear enough to say like, hey, this is a new Xbox? Or does it feel...
I think so. I think it was clear enough.
I feel like when you have the Xbox One and then a thing called the Xbox One X, and then your next thing is called a Xbox Series X, like I think this name is horrible.
That's why they've basically retconned that over the past couple of days. I think they're not calling it that. You know that, right?
No.
Okay, so Richard doesn't know this yet.
Okay, so I don't know. Then I'm lost then.
The new Xbox is called Xbox. And the Series X is going to be different ones. There'll be the Series X. My guess is there'll be a Series S, which is the X is probably like the Anaconda, which is like the stronger one, and the S will probably be the lesser one.
Okay.
But they made it clear like a couple days after this, it is just being called Xbox.
Okay.
So when someone comes into a store and they're like, "Hey, I need the new Xbox," there's no fucking around. It's like, cool, I know which one you want. Now, do you want like the upgraded version or do you want the regular version?
But do they know that Xbox is Xbox? Like it's a new Xbox?
When you go to the store to get a new phone, are you like, do I want the new iPhone? Like, I want the new iPhone, right? You're not iPhone. Like, I want, right?
I don't know. I thought you go in and you're like, I want the new iPhone.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. So
I want the new Xbox. Cool.
So they're trying to make it like iPhone sort of
exactly.
thing. I guess that's a pretty good point. And then you have like, just like iPhone has the iPhone X R or whatever the fuck.
Right. The Wii and the Wii U thing, I think, was confusing to people.
Yeah.
But I think this was a very calculated move, and I don't think people are going to be that. They're just going to come into stores and they're going to say, "I want the new Xbox."
Okay.
And the associate's not going to start asking questions at that point.
Yeah.
They're just like, "Okay, you said I want the new Xbox.
So we have
I know
a few
what the
options.
Fuck that means."
We have the Xbox Series X, which is the strongest. Then we have the Series S, which will be like the lower powered. Yeah, I get. You know what? It might work out. I guess I always doubt Xbox because they always seem to botch things, or they botch.
Look, the Wii and Wii U thing was a real confusing problem for people. But I think because of iPhone and I think that's moved past that now. Yeah,
that's true. And also, I feel like people who are buying Xboxes are more aware of what they're getting than like someone who is getting a Wii. Who I think the Wii was a lot of people's like first and only gaming platform.
The people that are going to be confused the most are the ones in the middle. The ones that know nothing are going to walk in the store and say just how I did.
New Xbox.
What's the new Xbox? I need the new Xbox.
Here are the two options.
The people who really know are already going to know. You're not going to say anything to them. It's the people that in between are going to get confused and are like, I need an Xbox? Then the associate that's working there is going to have to start asking questions like, what do you mean exactly?
Yeah, he's like, I need the Xbox.
Right.
Like, which Xbox do you need? And then he's like, the new one.
Associates are going to get used to saying, do you want the new one?
Yeah,
exactly. That's exactly what's going to happen.
So it'll be fun. Yeah, I guess so. I
don't think it's going to be a problem.
Okay. How do you feel about the name Series X?
Xbox dumb,
Series X.
But if...
it does sound like Xbox Sex, which is something we've been waiting for a long time. Sexbox?
Yes.
They canonized the Sexbox with this.
This was preemptive, though. There's a preemptive strike to this name. That nobody paid attention. I've seen zero people talk about this.
Yeah.
The controller, their new Elite controller, is called the Xbox Series 2.
Oh, okay, interesting. Oh, do you think they're going to just do Series 1 and 2 and like all that going forward?
That's why they put Series in the new Xbox Elite controller. It's like Xbox Elite controller Series 2 is its name.
I think this is going to be the last Xbox console that we see.
I don't think they're going to create like a new generation.
Yeah.
I think that they will just continue to name things Xbox.
Yeah.
And they'll be more powerful.
Okay. And it can play everything. I think it's consolidated. Like hardware is never going to change enough for the Xbox that you can't play old Xbox games. So you're just buying newer.
I think it'll be just like iPhone. At some point, if you buy like an iPhone 4.
Yeah.
There's tons of shit that's not going to work on an iPhone 4.
There's a bunch of apps you can't
It's
access.
not supported.
You're right.
And that's going to happen.
That's actually 100% probably accurate. That makes a lot of sense. Huh. Do you think PlayStation 5 is in like a weird place then?
I think Sony's on a different path, man.
Yeah.
I think they already secured the rights to the name of PS6, PS7, PS8, PS9, PS10. I don't think they fucking care as long as they keep bringing in, boatloads of cash. So, will Sony create a new generation? Sure, but they might be the only people playing in that generation.
In a way, you can say that they've... I mean, this is kind of counter to what you're saying, but in a way, you can say that they've already been doing what Xbox just started to do right now with a PlayStation, PlayStation. They've had that unified name.
This has really been going on forever, but here's the difference. Microsoft wants to create a world where every time you buy a game, you own that game.
Yeah. For good.
Which I'm all about.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Like I can play my original Xbox games on this new Xbox console that's coming out. I can play games from 20, 25 years ago.
Yeah, which is very, very cool as long as you keep the games. That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, and Sony hasn't, so far, they haven't really invested in that. We'll see what PS5 does, but they haven't really made an effort other than buying PlayStation Now and streaming some of the games.
And PS3 will always be hard to work on.
That's always going to be a thorn in their side, man.
Yeah, for sure.
That cell processor fucked them up.
100%. Interesting. All right. Well, the thing's huge. Should we talk about how it looks? It looks like a PC tower.
Have mixed feelings. What do you think?
I think it's huge. It's apparently 18 inches long. So even if you lay that sucker down, I can have that and maybe like another console in the shelf that I keep my consoles on. So it's just so big. Why is it so big?
I think it has to do with ventilation, but I don't know for sure.
Yeah.
It looks similar to like my my Wi-Fi tower from my internet provider.
Yeah, for sure.
So it looks very similar to that.
I like the green glowy concave thing at the top. That's cool. Pretty cool. I'm into that.
I think I'm going to end up having to stand it up though. Yeah. I mean, I guess I could probably lay it flat, but they showed a IGN, I think it was, or some website, got the specs. and basically like drew like a mock picture and put it side by side to an Xbox One cool. X, which is what I have.
Yeah.
And so I know exactly what that looks like. It is much larger.
Really?
Yeah.
And that thing's
like
pretty
taller
big.
Specifically.
That thing's pretty big as it is, right?
Yeah, I mean, no. The X is pretty small, actually. The X might be smaller than the PS4 Pro.
Oh, really? Okay.
The X is very small.
Wow, cool.
It's amazing.
I'm impressed.
But so it was laying on its side in the picture that I saw.
Yeah.
And it was at least 2 to 3 times as tall.
Okay.
So much taller laying on its side.
Oh, okay. It's just big. It's big.
It's not deep though.
Yeah. Okay.
It's tall. You know, even if it's standing or not standing,
okay.
It's tall no matter what.
Z-axis is where it's kind of thinner.
But the depth is short.
Yeah.
So it just depends on what you're looking for.
I don't know. It's I'm not against it. I do like the monolithic look to it. It's very like...
It looks new. I will give them that. It looks like something from the future.
And it looks way better than the fucking PlayStation 5 dev kits that we've seen so far. In the
Jesus
wild.
Christ.
I don't know what the hell that is.
They're not happening. There's no way that Sony is going to release that
dev kits generally
ridiculous
look
thing.
differently. I don't know what the hell that is.
That's also supposed to be for ventilation, from what I hear.
Oh, really?
There's vents everywhere on that thing.
It's gonna be so loud. If you thought the PS4 was loud, if you thought the Pro was loud, just wait.
Dude, when I played God of War, it sounded like my PlayStation was gonna start flying, like an airplane.
Oh, I know. It's fucking crazy.
I don't know what God of War does to that system, but it's like...
You know what scares me?
Overwhelming.
When I throw a bunch of mods into Skyrim and boot that up on my PS4, it's like, what? Dude, it gets loud, and then it crashes. Like, every time. I gotta stop playing that game. So they're saying, like, we didn't get too much in terms of, like, the specs, and we're not gonna know so much about... Or we're not gonna know much about, like, how powerful this thing is until
3
it
to 4
comes
times
out.
more powerful than the X.
And then 2 times more powerful than... I thought it was 2 times more powerful.
3 to 4 times more powerful than an X.
Where'd you read that?
I don't remember.
Wait, 2 to 3 times?
3 to 4 times more powerful than an X.
Okay. I read 2 times more.
I read it from a legit site somewhere. Yeah. I don't know if it was IGN. I don't know if it was like, Game Informer or, I read it from somewhere. It was like 3 to 4 times as
Let me double check, because I have GameSpot right here. And so this is from GameSpot, from Peter Brown. Xbox Series X specs, twice as powerful as the Xbox One X. Let me see. When we do the math, the Series X seems to be hitting around 12 teraflops, whatever that is.
Look, the best site to check if they have them up is Digital Foundry.
Yeah, I doubt they have anything though, right?
They might. If GameSpot has it, I'm sure Digital Foundry has the specs.
Has something for sure.
Those guys do like in-depth analysis and shit. So if you want to like really know how powerful it is, that's probably the most legit place to go.
Do you want the quote from Phil Spencer?
Sure.
Okay. We wanted to have a dramatic upgrade to the Xbox One base console. So when we do the math, we're over 8 times the GPU power of the Xbox One and 2 times what Xbox One X is.
Okay, there you go. So 2 times.
2 times, which is still pretty beefy.
It's still pretty beefy.
Yeah, it's. I don't know if it's like the biggest console leap, but I'm sure. I guess the point I was trying to say
it would be a big leap if we didn't have this intermediate.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, exactly. It'd be
versions
insane.
of
We'd
consoles.
be very impressed. That's 100% true. But I do wonder, like, it's neither here nor there because we didn't get to really see anything running on it aside from possibly Hellblade 2, apparently.
The fucking trailer was a great trailer.
Really cool trailer. Should we just jump into that announcement as well while we talk about
we might as well.
Xbox Series X? So Hellblade 2 is done by Ninja Theory.
Yes.
They were recently bought by Xbox. And the last thing they showed us was this weird like MOBA shooter thing that everyone was kind of like, oh, this is what you brought Ninja Theory, this amazing like developer of single player games to work on, like this multiplayer shooter. But they came out immediately and said like, no, we're working on other stuff. This is just something we wanted to do. Microsoft didn't make us do a hero shooter.
Right, it's just something like a side project.
Had been working on before, and this is just what we're doing. And then Hellblade 2 got announced at the Game Awards the other night, and that's pretty awesome.
I think it was probably my favorite trailer in that show.
Yeah, it's really cool. Her chanting like the like Scandinavian or like Viking tongue was really cool.
I never played the first one. I just downloaded it. Probably I think it was during Black Friday. They had it on sale.
Yeah. And
it's on Game Pass. I could have played it from there, but I was like, I want to actually own this game and play it. So I downloaded it like that day.
I've probably played about like half of Hellblade 2.
Oh, really?
Or Hellblade 1, sorry. Great game. Really obviously budget It's like this weird sort of double A indie game is what it felt like. Really beautiful looking for like what kind of budget it had. The combat was kind of iffy. The story is insanely awesome. The characters are really cool. The things they do with like sound design is really great. It definitely felt like a game that's like, man, if these guys had a budget, holy fuck.
So now you're excited because they have unlimited money at this point. They can do whatever the fuck they want. Yeah. So now you're like, man, this game's gonna be nuts.
It's definitely the biggest announcement of the Game Awards by far and away. And it's cool. It's cool because it's like, oh, yeah, Microsoft is buying these studios and they are letting them do what they want. Like, I'm sure they wanted to do a Hellblade 2 with a shitload of money, and now we're getting that reality. It also excites me, or the prospect also excites me about this idea of like other Ninja Theory games that never got sequels being come back to. Enslaved was one of my favorite games. Another game that felt like great, but just was like,
I heard that was awesome. I picked it up recently, actually. I just, again, time. At some point, I'm going to get to that one.
I think Hellblade might be like one of the more impressive like writers within the industry. You have Remedy, you have the guys at Obsidian who are really great writers, and I think Ninja Theory has time and time again proven that they're pretty phenomenal when it comes to like constructing a narrative. But they've never had a ton of money. I guess Heavenly Rain is the only thing that had like a lot of money behind it, but that's like a 5-hour
Sword?
Heavenly Sword, sorry. Heavenly Rain. But Heavenly Sword was like super short as well and had like it's a launch PlayStation 3 game. It just felt small in a lot of different ways. So I don't know. It's cool. I'm excited for it. And what did you think of like because I don't feel like we saw any gameplay.
We didn't really see much of gameplay. It was a very hype ass trailer. Like whoever made that trailer did it.
Just very fun to watch.
Job.
Just very fun to watch.
I think Claudia saw that when she fell asleep when I was watching it, but I think she saw it and said, "What the hell is this?" I was cool. I'm pretty sure this is Hellblade.
Her like facial animations and she's like yelling, like her eyes getting bigger and stuff, like that was really cool too. I wonder if like that is facial capture we'll be seeing in the game, or if that's just like for cinematics for like a
that was
trailer.
They didn't say it, but that was probably the first look at an Xbox One X game.
That's what I'm saying, and that's
a new Xbox Series X game.
A Series, Xbox new. Yeah, see the problem with this fucking name. It's fine.
A little bit of problem.
It's fine.
The next Xbox.
Sexbox. I'm just gonna call it Sexbox. So, first thing we saw like a Sexbox game. I think that was pretty cool. I don't know. That's exciting. What else?
Speaking of narrative.
Yeah, please. Wolf Among Us 2.
Wolf Among Us 2.
Trailer announced, or I think they announced this game a little while back. This is the first trailer we got of it. Did you watch the trailer?
This is actually a re-announcement of the game.
Effectively.
To be technical.
Yeah, because they announced it when Telltale was still Telltale.
Right.
That's true. And now it's like,
it's
some of Telltale.
Somebody bought Telltale's name and they like recreated Telltale and they brought back some of the people who worked. Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is a Telltale game, but with a new company.
Yeah. And so they had it announced since they become a new Telltale, basically, that Wolf Among Us 2 was still happening.
Right.
Okay. Well, that's cool. That's awesome. I still need to play the first one.
I haven't downloaded it and haven't played it.
I hear it's great. It looks like something I would really like. I'm really hoping, and I didn't get the sense of this, that like it will look, now that they have a new Telltale and they have new money and new backing.
I hope there's a new engine.
I hope there's a new engine.
Christ.
I hope this looks like, much more budget now. I hope we see a marked shift in like how these games look. And I didn't really get that sense from the trailer, so we'll see. Though the trailer didn't show too much. So
no, it showed very little.
Ghost of Tsushima had an extended trailer. I don't know if you want to talk about Ghost of Tsushima at all.
I don't have a ton to say because they keep. I feel like they just keep giving you little teasers. The game looks fucking rad.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't have much else to say outside of that because they're not really showing a ton.
Yeah, I'm excited to play less annoying Sekiro, a less demanding Sekiro.
Yes.
And it looks, they showed really cool horse stuff, like really open areas.
Yeah.
Apparently it's Sucker Punch's biggest open world yet, so bigger than any of the Infamouses that they have done.
That's cool with that as long as they fill it with useful shit.
Yeah, of course, always.
There's so many big open world games that have there's just nothing to do in them.
We all remember Assassin's Creed Unity.
Mafia 3 is an even better example. Look, Mafia 3 is a great game.
Mm-hmm.
The story is amazing. The acting is amazing.
I want to play it at some point.
The openness of the worlds, like it could be a linear game, like more like 2 was, and it would be probably better.
Be a better game, yeah. 100%.
Because there's not a lot of shit to do in that open world.
I feel that way about LA Noire, was like a big culprit of that. I don't know if you ever played it.
I barely played it. I honestly played it for like maybe a couple of hours.
They literally had a button whenever you would get in the car, hold circle to just skip to the next like objective, and you could play that game like linear in a linear fashion, just because there was so much.
Brilliant.
It's pretty smart, but there was
I'd probably do that the whole time.
I don't even know why there was open world to begin with.
What's the point?
They created this beautiful 1950s LA, this recreation of LA, and it's like there's nothing.
They felt they had to after GTA.
I guess so. I guess like probably
have a choice.
They push on Team Bondi. Maybe that's why Team Bondi doesn't exist anymore. They're like, fuck this.
Yep.
So it goes to Tsushima. Looks pretty cool. Bravely Default 2 announcement.
Not familiar with the series, so I have very little to say about this.
Very funny name. Bravely Default originally came out in the 3DS, and then it had a sequel called Bravely Second.
But this is
Bravely Default 2. They didn't do Bravely Third.
I don't know this for a fact. I'm just gonna take a stab.
Yeah.
Did Square Enix make this fucking game?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. What is wrong with them? How did I know that without even like looking into this at all?
Bravely Default. It's 2 nonsense words. That means we were talking about.
No, but the numbers and shit, like 358 days over 2 and 1.5 and 2. With all the Kingdom Hearts shit. I
don't know.
What is going on over there?
I think numerology is really big in Japan, so I think it's just an Eastern thing.
Jesus Christ! Get your shit together.
Yeah, Japan, get your shit together.
It should be number 3.
We're sick of you, Japan. Right, Matt?
Americans like things very simple.
No More Heroes 3. Sorry. Bravely Default 2, pretty exciting. I played the first one pretty extensively. I don't think I ever finished it. Got a little boring story-wise. But I love the team. They did Octopath Traveler as well.
That's supposed to be phenomenal.
It's a great game.
That's a game I'm never going to play, but it's supposed to be phenomenal.
Great JRPG if you're a fan of those titles. So I'm excited. I will play this game. I love getting new RPGs for my Switch, so that's cool. No More Heroes 3 trailer. I don't know. Do you want to talk about No More Heroes 3 at all?
I mean, you showed me the extended cut trailer, which is actually better than the original trailer, so you guys should check out that.
I agree.
I played No More Heroes 1, I own and then just never got around to playing No More Heroes 2.
Yeah.
It's a story with like half my games. But I did like No More Heroes 1 quite a bit. I think I beat like half that game. I played it for a while. Like I went on a tangent for like 2 or 3 days where I just played the shit out of that game. I don't think I ever beat it, but I played like a good chunk of it. And I enjoyed it quite a bit. So for No More Heroes 3 to come out, I'm excited.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's good.
Would you play No More Heroes 1 on the Wii?
The Wii?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Dang. So what kind of... It's like an action game, like a Devil May Cry sort of like thing?
Yeah, basically. You have this like weapon that looks like...
A lightsaber.
It looks like a
it's
fluorescent
a
light.
Yeah.
Is what it looks like, but it hits people like a lightsaber.
Yeah, exactly. I've always wanted to get into No More Heroes. I'm hoping... The crazy thing is, like, No More Heroes, to play it right now, it's hard to get a hold of. No More Heroes 1, I think, was remastered for, like, PS3.
Right, that sounds right.
I don't think that ever came out to PS4 or, like, current console. So I'm hoping before No More Heroes 3 comes out, we get 1 and 2 on Switch.
Like an HD remake or something?
Yeah, like something like that. Or just, like, up-res, like, whatever the PS3 got, just taken to 1080p. That'd be really cool.
I hope they do it on the Switch, though. Because look,
100%.
So that game actually had a motion mechanic where like you have to recharge your weapon. So you took the Wii remote and like you shook it to recharge it, and it actually worked really well.
Okay.
I would want to play this on the Switch.
Oh, with a Joy-Con?
I wouldn't want it on a PS3 or an Xbox.
So you want those motion controls?
I was used to playing it that way.
Weird.
And it actually was one of the games that worked very well with it.
Okay.
So I would play that with Joy-Cons on the Switch.
Man, I'm bummed that I missed the boat because there's no way I'm ever hooking my Wii up or Wii U up again.
It might be novel to go back and do it now, but I remember actually being like, wow, this is actually, this is good.
You had a good time.
Yeah, enjoyed it.
That's rare. I hated Skyward Sword's fucking motion controls.
No More Heroes worked.
We had a Weird West. I think this game looked like not like I didn't care at all.
Meh.
Do you remember Weird West?
I don't even remember it.
Me neither. We're gonna skip it. I think it was like just a 2D like sort of looking game.
Yeah, I have very little recollection of what it looked like.
I'm bringing up a trailer right now to look at it. It's got like a top-down. It's like a top-down isometric. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have no interest.
Yeah, no. We move on from that. Next one up was Son of the Forest. Did you ever play The Forest?
No.
It's like a kind of like Ark Survival Evolved. You pick up materials, you build stuff, you build up a base, you get better.
Those games are interesting to me. I've never played them.
I'm not a fan. We can move on from that, right?
Sure.
Godfall announced.
Not interested.
First PlayStation 5 game ever announced, though.
What a shitty way to announce a PlayStation 5 game. Jesus Christ.
Dude, I think you might like Godfall.
No. It looks like another hero shooter. first of all, isn't Gearbox making this game? Am I right?
Yeah.
Okay. Didn't they learn their lesson the last time they tried to make a hero shooter?
What if I...
Battleborn? Did they forget that they made Battleborn?
I don't think it's a hero shooter.
Jesus Christ.
You know what this looks like to me?
What?
They called it a Schluter. I think this is Borderlands with swords.
I think they're trying to make a hybrid of Battleborn with Borderlands and add some swords.
I've heard people compare it to Diablo. And a third person, like over the shoulder, beat 'em up Diablo, I'd be super in for. I don't think it's going to be an incredible game. I think it might be like one of those like launch titles. You're like, yeah, I'll fuck around with this. There's nothing else out. Let me try it out. And it ends up being like a fun time.
Just make a sequel to Battleborn. That's what you're going to get with this game.
You have no faith in Godfall.
None.
I don't think it looks like a MOBA.
Look, I'm not saying that Gearbox should just make Borderlands for the rest of the time, but if you want to do something else, then truly make something else.
You don't think it's just like Borderlands, but they're doing swords instead? And you love Borderlands.
That's what I just said. Make something else. If you want to make something like Borderlands, then fucking make Borderlands.
Why? But
if you want to make something else, then make it not like Borderlands.
I don't know if they
make a third-person action game.
If they're
with no looting mechanics.
If they're good at no, it has looting mechanics.
I know.
Oh, you're saying not like that. Well, I'm saying if you're good at that and that's what you're like popular, what is popular with your user base, then fuck yeah, do a different version of that, a genre removed from shooting, because I'm not a big fan of shooters, but maybe I'll fuck with a looter shooter or a schluter or a sloosher because it's a slasher.
Look, this is like my hottest take off of this because I know next to nothing about this, but I feel like this game is already being set up for failure. And
interesting.
I have no faith in it whatsoever.
I'm surprised. The Ruined King is next. Oh, do you know about this? Riot's making their first the League of Legends guy.
I saw it. I was on my phone through this whole segment, actively avoiding watching this trailer.
I saw a little bit of it. It looks like nothing right now. But Riot, with all its money, I'd be down to see them do a single player game. I'm in the League of Legends world to get a taste of it.
It's cool that they're making a single player game. I don't care about League of Legends, so I heard League of Legends and my brain just turned itself off.
I don't care about League of Legends because of the type of game it is. So if you're saying hey, I'm making a type of game that you like in the League of Legends universe, okay, I'll see what you have.
But I already feel like I'm missing out because I don't know anything about the universe. Am I supposed to walk into that game expecting to know something about League of Legends?
I don't think so.
I hope not.
I don't think so. I think you're able to just jump in.
People need to win me over. I'm not easily.
You're very standoffish today.
Yeah, not. Star Wars got a lot to prove tonight.
That's fair. Yeah, I'm worried about Star Wars. Matt's just bitter because he knows he's not gonna like Star Wars, so he doesn't want to hear shit from anything else. Surgeon Simulator 2 looks like Surgeon Simulator 1.
Sure, you do stuff. There's surgery.
And then Marvel Ultimate Alliance 3, the X-Men Rise of Phoenix DLC. Did you play Ultimate Alliance 3?
Did not play it. I'm happy for the people who are, because X-Men is probably one of my... I'm not a big superhero guy. X-Men's fucking awesome, though. I love X-Men.
Me too. I'm a big fan of X-Men as well. I think these DLCs have sucked. I think I think they just add characters and some challenge maps.
I don't know nothing about it.
There's no added story missions or anything, so it's adding cool characters.
Is this their first add-on, or is this their second one? This is their second one. The first one sucked too.
The first one was you got Blade, you got some really cool characters. You got Morbius from Spider-Man. You got all these cool characters, and then they just give you some more challenges.
It's nothing to do.
But there's nothing to do with the new characters.
That's lame, man.
It's fucking pretty lame. I thought there was gonna be a story revolving around the X-Men or a story revolving around the vampires. Yeah, exactly. And it's not that at all.
That's lame.
So that's a bummer. And then to close out the night,
the big announcement.
Their big announcement at the Game Awards. This is what Jeff Keighley was prepping everyone for. Was Fast and Furious Crossroads, a game that everyone has been saying looks like a PS3 game, and I think I'm inclined to agree.
It did not look great.
What the hell?
I have no interest. Look, here's my history with Fast and the Furious. I watched number 1. I think I watched number 2, and I think I watched part of that Tokyo Drift one.
Okay.
Never watched any other ones, and I don't really care. I don't even to get me to care about a game when I don't even watch the movies, which are supposed to be pretty good action movies. I have zero interest in this. Can you have negative interest in something? Because I probably have negative interest in this.
Yeah, I'm more or less there with you. And
it looks like shit.
It looks bad. That's the biggest problem for me. I don't know. I like the silliness of the movies now, like how ridiculous and over the top they are. Like
the first two were all right.
Those are actual, like the first. I would say the first one's like an actual movie about something, whereas now they're just action romps. You know, like an '80s action romp.
The last time I saw something, there was a fucking submarine that broke out of ice chasing a car. I was like, this is a bit ridiculous.
It is.
And that was in like a commercial.
But I like the idea of that as a game. But this
might be fun as a game.
Yeah, it could be fun as a game, but they don't utilize. Or they're not executing on it because this game looks terrible. It just looks like really. I don't know. I don't really want to shit on the game too much more because like we get it. It's not great, but like to end the Game Awards.
Right? Why didn't they end with like Hellblade or something? Like just save that for later. I know Xbox had like a segment.
They had to put in the Xbox segment, and when you look at everything else,
why did that stay till the end? Why was Xbox in the beginning and not the end? Did Xbox say to them like, I want to make sure the most amount of people are watching this?
Yeah, 100%.
Going to be in the beginning, and that's why they had it in the beginning.
100%. It's got to be that. It makes perfect sense to me. So that's probably why. But yeah, and I guess if you look at the other stuff on here, Godfall, I guess you could. And yeah, I don't know. I think you.
Meh.
Yeah. So how do you feel about the Game Awards this year? How'd you
getting Xbox to make that announcement was a big win. I think it was very, very smart on Xbox
for sure.
On Xbox's account. Like they could have had an announcement later on where like certain people would have like went out of the way to go watch that announcement and stuff. Yeah. But I think doing it this way was a very smart move. Plus they can have like a formal announcement later on where they're like, okay, cool.
Yeah.
This is everything about it that you want to know.
It was Microsoft's night. They made it their night.
And then when E3 rolls around, that's when they're going to be like,
here's our games.
This is the hardware that you already know about. Yeah. Here are the games.
Exactly.
I think they're going to shut the fuck up when E3 rolls around.
They do it every year.
They're going to be like, you already seen the Xbox. Here it is on the stage.
Yeah, here's the games.
Have a good night. And they're just going to walk away, and it's going to be like 45 minutes of
It's going to be like the
trailers.
When Sony did like the orchestra and God of War and just showed a bunch of games. I think Microsoft is going to have a similar night. And they've been doing that, though. Like every time they have a show at E3, they just show so many games.
Right. They still do a bit of talking, though. And I feel like this time they're going to let the games speak for themselves. I feel like that's going to happen.
Absolutely. What do you think? Like not the best Game Awards, right?
I thought it was fine. They had their moments. Their numbers were very impressive too.
Okay.
I think he had it was the increase in percentage of like viewers. I think it was like over 50% like increase. Like it's nuts.
For sure. I mean, they're great at promoting it and stuff, so that's no surprise.
I have more hope for next year though. I think that next year is going to be a banger.
I don't know. Maybe they'll have more games like coming out because next gen or whatever. But
there's going to be more competitive like genres like for the like.
I just feel like Game Awards always consistently has like less good versions of trailers that come out later on. Like they have like the smaller cuts of trailers or like
to get you hyped up though.
Yeah, I don't know. And then like you have to watch I never watch the Game Awards personally. I think it's just like too long. And you have to sit for 2 hours, and you get.
I'll agree with that.
It's
like it was like 3.5 hours. I watched it. It was like 3.5 hours. They need to like figure out a way to.
It's because it's an announcement show and it's an award show.
It is,
and it needs to pick a lane in my.
But it can't. It can't. Those announcements, those things, are what makes them have enough money to put on the award show.
I mean, drop the awards. I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
I need to figure something out though. It's not my problem. It's their problem.
Matt, you forgot to give me my punishment for
I did.
My losing of what was it? The Game Awards.
The Game Awards predictions.
Yeah, I lost that. So you get to pick a game that I have to play for 3 hours, and I'll discuss it. I'll discuss it when we get back from the break. I'll play it.
So I thought about this, and I'm not going to be a cruel person. I'm going to be somewhere in the middle.
Okay.
Not going to be completely nice.
Okay.
Because I think that's stupid because you need a punishment. But it's also not going to be like, too bad. I could be complete dick.
Okay.
And just make you play like fucking something awful.
I was gonna make you play Bloodborne for 3 hours. Was my plan.
I think that would be a fair punishment. Yeah. I think this is similarly as fair.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you a good game.
Yeah.
But a very difficult game.
Okay.
And I'm actually gonna give you a choice because they're both fucking hard.
Okay.
Do you want to play Super Ghouls and Ghosts? Or Ghosts and Goblins?
Yeah. Okay.
Because both are on the Switch. He can play it on his Switch.
Which is the Super Nintendo one? Super Ghouls and Ghosts, right?
Super Ghouls and Ghosts is the Super Nintendo one.
Okay. Another one is for NES.
For NES, yes.
I'll play Super Ghouls and Ghosts.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's your
punishment. I'll have a good time doing that. It's not like I have to beat it in the 3 hours.
No, it's a fucking hard. It's a good game It's a very... all those super ghouls and ghosts and goblins, they're all fucking hard.
I will happily play this game for 3 hours. I can't wait to see how far I progress.
Banging my head against the wall. How you do.
All right, Matt, we have some questions. Some stupid internet questions from stupid internet idiots.
It's the worst segment name.
Why?
It's just...
Is it too mean?
It's fine.
Okay. We don't have really any questions. We have a statement from Sebi Rains that says, Breath of the Wild 2, son. GOAT follow-up. And I think Sebi Rains wants us to talk about Breath of the Wild 2 a little bit. And give our feelings on it.
Well, GOAT stands for greatest of all time.
Yeah.
So clearly he thinks that Breath of the Wild 1 is the greatest game of all time.
Do you
Follow
agree?
Up to that. Not necessarily. I think Breath of the Wild is probably the best game on the Switch.
Okay.
It's one of the best games in the past decade. There's some issues with it.
Yeah, it's not the greatest of all time for sure, but it moved the industry.
Yeah.
Undeniably, it moved the industry and how like games are developed now.
Freedom-wise,
yeah, 100%.
You can go everywhere.
Like it said like, oh, open world. Let me show you what like a true open world game should feel like. And I think games have taken that like idea and that formula and ran with it. Assassin's Creed Origins is way more open.
Odyssey's even more open.
Yeah, exactly. Like, now you can climb everything in those games too, which is great. So Breath of the Wild 2, I don't know. I'm hopeful, but I'm also concerned. I'm surprised we didn't get to see it. Game Awards. I think you were saying the same thing.
I thought that had a chance of having like the ending trailer.
Yeah.
Which definitely would have been better than Fast and the Furious, but still.
Yeah, I'm excited to see like the gameplay. I want to see if it's going to take place. It's probably going to take place in the same Hyrule. I'm wondering if like
same map for sure.
Yeah,
they'll move things around.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm wondering if like it's going to have an underground scenario or
That'd
section,
be cool.
And like there's a whole underground open world that you can like discover as well.
That'd be nice.
And that would play with this whole idea of like multiple worlds. That,
maybe
like,
you'll see Shadow Link down there.
Maybe. I hope not. No, Shadow Link's pretty
Shadow
awesome.
Link's a bitch to fight.
I'd be down to mess with that. So I'm excited to see it. I just wish we knew more, and I can't wait for it to come back.
Yeah, I'm definitely excited for it. My one caveat is that, for God's sake, put some real dungeons in the game.
Yeah, that's like the most exciting prospect of Breath of the Wild 2 is like having that portion of the dream realized. Like, oh, full on realized dungeons in this title.
Put like they had 100 shrines in the first game.
Yeah.
Give me 40. Give me 50 shrines. But give me some real dungeons.
Give me 20 shrines and then like 8 big dungeons, and I'll be a very happy man.
That's all I need.
I'll be ecstatic.
If you can give me Breath of the Wild with real dungeons, and maybe the weapons breaking kind of bother me. I dealt with it. It was fine. Yeah. But it was also kind of a nuisance.
Yeah.
Tweak that a bit. Maybe just get rid of it and give me some dungeons.
Give us some like unbreakable weapons. Yes. A few that you have to really earn and
no
find.
recharge on the Master Sword.
Exactly.
Just a full-on Master Sword.
Just a full-on Master Sword. Don't have to recharge. I can use it anytime I want. Give us those. Make it hard to get them, but give it to us. Thank you, Sebi Rains, for that statement.
Yeah, Breath of the Wild is a great game. If you own a Switch and you don't have Breath of the Wild, there's something wrong with you. Go buy it.
And then lastly, Matt, before we close out the podcast proper, the Dual Action Hyper Turbo HD Challenge. Last time, Matt, you were up. You beat me at Street Fighter 2, and you had risen up to 3 points and left me behind at 2. Mm-hmm. We did a poll to see what people wanted us to play. We had a Warhawk on there.
We won't be doing any more polls on that, by the way.
Splashdown, Rides Gone Wild. We had Time Splitters 2, and we had 007 Agent Under Fire. The people chose Warhawk.
They chose wrong, but it's fine.
And I feel like they wanted me to destroy you.
That's what happened.
And that's 100% what happened. That might be the most boring clip out video that we're going to have at the end of the podcast is me just destroying you in Warhawk.
For context, in case you don't watch the end of it, I could barely use the controller. It was a disaster. That game did not age well.
It aged perfectly well. I think it felt great. I didn't have any problems.
Yeah, for someone who probably put 100+ hours into the game.
I think I've spent over 500 hours playing Warhawk. I played that game so fucking much in high school. It was crazy. So yeah, I didn't even do that well. I think I was playing pretty sloppy. But
I think you were trying to give me an advantage, and that didn't help.
Yeah, we had Matt play a little bit to kind of like get him used to the controls and stuff, and In the end, twas I who became victorious, which brings our...
How did Time Splitters not get beat out by Warhawk? What is wrong with you guys?
Close.
I want to know who voted out there and what is wrong with you. Can you just tweet at me and tell me what's wrong with you?
Yeah, let Matt know why you picked Warhawk over Time Splitters 2.
Doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense to him.
Splashdown I can see because it's more of a niche game.
But still, it's a pretty fun game.
Splashdown's an amazing game.
I'm surprised Warhawk did as well as it did.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah.
I thought Time Splitters for sure would have won.
Not the case. And,
something's wrong with y'all.
That brings our current score to 3 for Matt and 3 for me, which is a problem and a blessing because
there's no punishment.
There's no punishment. We never
figured out what it would be.
Stakes.
So I guess
we
that's
never
fine.
figured out stakes. We never did it. We
next year.
The dual action hyperturbo HE challenge was a failure, and I'm saying it right now. I'm locking it up. It's being sent to limbo, and we will never do another dual action hyperturbo HE challenge again. Matt wasn't prepared for this.
Okay.
Look forward to the challenge segment next year called Dual Action Hyperturbo HD Challenge 2.
It's the same fucking thing with the 2.
No, it's not. Yeah, but so was Uncharted 2. Uncharted
2 is much better than 1.
Exactly. And so will the Dual Action Hyperturbo HD Challenge 2 will be so much better.
The same but different.
And that closes out the podcast for the year, Matt.
For 2019.
For 2019, we did it. When did we start? We started like September?
Sure. August?
Something like that. August or September. We started,
around there.
At least a quarter of the year down.
To be fair, we started in like fucking April.
That's
planning
very true.
Shit and going over shit
Buying
and creating ideas.
And figuring out what we wanted to do. Yeah, 100%. It took us a while to get.
It's been almost a year already.
Yeah, of us doing this
actually
podcast.
Recording, yes.
Of you seeing it, less than a year, but for us, almost a full year, which is really exciting. And yeah, how do you want to close this out, Matt? Just...
For those of you who watched the show, we appreciate it or listened, you know. I listen to podcasts. I don't usually watch them, but we know that there's a whole bunch of people who wanted this on camera, which is why we have the camera now. So I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yep.
Please give us your feedback. That's the most important thing. That's the only way we're going to get better.
Yep.
Tell us stuff you don't like. Be reasonable. Don't be an asshole about it.
Be an asshole. I like it.
That's fine.
I'll engage with you and I'll fight with you on Twitter.
Stuff you do like, let us know too. That's the only way things are going to get better.
Yeah.
Is if you guys give us your feedback. So we definitely appreciate that. You can like the videos when you like them, subscribe, all that fun stuff. Helps us out. Rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Please. And yeah, thanks so much for listening if you have. I know there's a few people out there who have listened consistently, and that's freaking awesome. We super appreciate it. And yeah, we can't wait to see where this takes us.
Yeah, this is a lot of work, so you guys know. It does not just us walking in here, throwing some headphones on, recording, hitting finish
play
on, stop recording on our stuff and posting that to the world. There's a lot more stuff that happens.
Yeah, exactly.
But so we hope that you enjoy what we're doing.
I agree. Me too. Matt, where can we find you?
At From NJ to CA. That's NJ, the number 2, CA on Twitter.
And I am at Richard Eiley, RICHARDILIE. I almost forgot how to spell my name there.
That was amazing.
Do you see that? How I almost forgot to spell it?
If you want to know anything about, what are they called?
Metal Gear?
Weeb shit.
If you want to know about weeb shit,
here.
Follow me here.
Cool shit's here.
Yeah, exactly. It's actually one at a time, so yours is gone.
Here.
But go back a few seconds, you'll see it. And then follow us at Nerdthusiast, of course. That's where you can find, us posting timestamps for podcasts, all sorts of polls that we put up, and engage with us, please. We love it. And hopefully we see you on the internet, guys. And we'll see you probably tomorrow for
Jedi.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Sure, whatever. I almost said the video game. I literally almost said Fallen Order.
Jedi Fallen Order.
I was like that close.
Hopefully it's as good, at least. Take care. Have a great year. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. And Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. See you in 2020.
We will be dressed in only flapper gear.
What the fuck is that?
A flapper? It's like those ladies, the ladies of the 1920s who have like Guys, welcome to the Dual Action Hyper Turbo HD Challenge, Part 6. Matt, you were at 3 points. I'm at 2 points. This is the last one of the season, too, right?
Yes.
This is it.
Until next year.
So if I lose right now, and we don't know what the stakes are, we haven't figured that out.
You're going to lose something.
Something's going to happen.
Yeah.
So you already know, viewer. So be on the lookout for the stakes, and now what are we playing?
We're playing Warhawk on PS3, and Richard's probably going to beat my ass. I played it for like maybe 5 minutes, so...
Maybe. I thought I was going to beat your ass in Street Fighter, and then it didn't work out too well.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I don't know. Your shooting sensibilities might work out. It's first to 10, or after 5 minutes, the game is up. So, we'll see where we end up. Matt, are you ready?
Yes.
I'm ready. Let's do it. Let's do this challenge.
I'll be on the left side.
I'll be on the right. I assume.
Unless we switch controllers.
No, I'm just there too. Should be fine. We got Dakota on the floor. They can't see that. Your dog. Alrighty, Matt. Matt, you played a little bit of a...
Oh shit, I'm throwing grenades again.
Why do you always throw grenades?
I don't... I'm crawling.
It's
Why is he
L1.
crawling?
You keep hitting L1.
Jesus
I think
Christ.
circles, crouch.
This could be a long...
We had Matt play a little bit before to kind of get a hang of the controls, because you've never played this, right, Matt?
No, I've never played this game before. I have no clue what the fuck I'm doing.
How do you feel about it? You played for a little bit,
I'm
you feel like pretty good right now?
No. Oh boy.
You're doing great. You're doing wonderful. Where'd you go?
Jesus Christ.
You did great, man. You did great. That's how you walk on. It's all good. It's all good stuff.
I have no clue what just happened.
I threw a few missiles at you. To fire missiles, to lock on missiles on a vehicle map, when you're in the Warhawk, you're gonna hold L1. Is what you're gonna do there, and that'll work. Now, how much Warhawk do you think I played growing up?
Probably like 100 hours.
That's underestimation. But you know, it's been a while. The game definitely does feel wonky to me.
Where the fuck are you even at? Can't lock on. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is gonna be a quick match.
You got 3 minutes remaining. I'm at 4 points, man. You got 0 right now. I can see you coming back. I believe in you.
There's just too much happening. There's vehicles, there's fucking ground.
I'm telling you, this is like the evolution of Battlefront 2, Star Wars Battlefront. You have vehicles, you have like rocket launchers, you have everything that you need in a multiplayer game in this game. It's phenomenal.
There's like not even any buildings to hide. I have no fucking coverage whatsoever.
Like, I'll fight you in the center building. This is where you gotta go. I'm gonna take the point. They have points that you can take, just like Battlefront. Where the fuck is it? I don't remember. I think it's like on the second floor.
Oh great, I'm at the edge. That's good.
There's a little mini map on the top right. Just be aware.
I don't like that you can't run either. This is garbage.
Yeah, back in the day when games were perfect, you didn't need a sprint button to go faster, you know? The walking speed was already perfectly attuned. Where are you at? That was close. It was good instinct going in that that turret. I respect it. Respect the move. Matt, how are you feeling right now?
I don't care.
I mean, you moved on.
This game controls like fucking.
No,
shit.
Matt, it controls perfectly.
It's
It's a
garbage.
perfect controlling game. There are no flaws to it.
When the PS3 came out, this was probably like awesome, but it's fucking terrible.
Are you saying you don't like that delay, like when you stop moving the controller or the analog stick, how it keeps moving?
I don't like any of it. Nothing. Nothing about this game is appealing.
Now we are in the last 5 seconds here, Matt, and I think this is a game. And that's it.
Hope you enjoyed that exciting beatdown.
I don't think it was very exciting for the viewer. It was fun for me. I had a good time. Matt, that brings the score to 3-3, meaning nothing has changed. And no stakes will be fulfilled. This is the worst possible outcome for the Dual Action Hyper Turbo Ichi Challenge.
Yeah, you voted for this, so I hope you enjoyed it all. Maybe you'll vote better next time. Maybe you'll vote Time Splitters 2.
I think Time Splitters 2 would have been a more entertaining watch. I agree. I don't even feel good about it. Nah, I feel dirty. Don't turn it off.
It needs to get uninstalled immediately from the hard drive. This is never being played again. I love my Power Glove. It's so bad.
What do you want to be? Pick a lane, bitch!